allow yourself to come to your back. We're going to start with some breath awareness today. So when you come down, just make sure that you're very comfortable. You can have your knees bent or your legs extended, and just find out, play around with it, and see what feels better for you. If you wish to have a blanket under your head, that's one way to keep your neck long. So I'm going to start with my knees bent. But once you place your head down, gently lift your head, tuck your chin, place your head on the floor again. Make yourself very comfortable. Rest your arms at your sides. Palms can be facing up or down. You want to feel this lift here of your lower back. We want to keep that natural curve in our spine to keep your pelvis even. Now, if you will, please allow your eyes to close. And take a few moments here just to bring your awareness to your breath. Finding that smooth rhythm of your breath. When your inhale and exhale are about the same length. If you find yourself needing to move around to get a little bit more comfortable, please do so. Allow yourself to breathe as you drop your shoulder blades into the floor. Feel the backs of your hip bones, the backs of your pelvic bones down on the floor. Pelvic bones are even. Again, go ahead and begin with that gentle bend of your knees now. Eyes closed. Place your hands on your belly. And as you breathe, as you inhale, you're going to feel your belly rise toward the ceiling. And as you exhale, you'll feel your navel reach back toward your spine. Inhaling, feeling that lift. Exhale, gently dropping your navel toward your spine, maybe lifting it toward your rib cage as well. Just take this next few rounds of breath. Eyes closed. Finding a smooth, even breath. Continue with one more round of breath from wherever you are right now. And then gently bring the bottoms of your feet together. It does not matter how close your heels are to your inner thighs. You're going to get this gentle stretch for your inner thighs, opening up your hips. Extend your arms in the air, press your right arm over your left, and either give yourself a nice big hug or you can come into Eagle's Beak. Consciously lengthen the distance between your shoulders and your ears and breathe. Soften your shoulders, allow your breath to flow. One more round of breath. Extend your arms in the air, shake them out. Let your arms come to your sides. Now feel free to keep your legs in this position, or you can plant your feet on the floor. Do whatever's best for you. Again, your pelvis is even, and you still have that natural lift of your lower back, keeping that natural curve of your spine. Extend your arms. Cross your left over your right. You can give yourself a nice big hug just around the shoulders, or you can come into Eagle's Beak. See what works for you. It doesn't have to be what you did on the other side. Now, if you wish, gently turn your chin from shoulder to shoulder. And allow your breath to flow. Moving with the awareness of your breath. Bring your chin to center. Take one more complete rounded breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And go ahead, shake out your arms, shake out your legs. Drop your feet to the floor and then gently roll to one side and give yourself some time just to rest here on your side. Notice how you're feeling. Then slowly, as you're ready, bring yourself up, and we're going to come into a seated position. Feel free to grab that blanket and sit on your blanket. Sit on your pillow if you want. You can sit cross-legged if you want. You can sit with your legs extended or your knees bent. I'm going to sit with your shoulders over your hips and the crown of your head over your tailbone. Open your heart. Let's do some gentle shoulder rotations here. And close your eyes. You can take these rotations one direction and then the other. Just making sure that you're not going to be working with any pain today. Allow yourself to breathe. And then shoulders come down and back. Take a moment here, bring your hands to your heart, let your eyes close, and bring your awareness to the rhythm of your breath. As you're seated, you want to feel your navel reach in toward your spine and lift toward your rib cage, keeping your rib cage relaxed. Heart open, shoulders relaxed. Next, exhale, drop your arms to your sides. Now you're going to plant your left hand on the floor, your right hand comes up. And you can come here, or remember, it's fine to bend your elbow. Try to keep this shoulder open. It's easy to let it drop down. So circle it down and back. And you can lean as much as you want into your left hand. You're going to try to keep that right sit bone on the floor, so you're gently easing down on your right side as you extend that stretch and breathe, looking forward or up. Feel your breath flow. On your next exhale, gently release your right arm, plant it down on the floor. Left hand now, inhaling up and over. Extension or bent at the elbow, either way is fine. Gently draw that shoulder down and back. We're trying here to keep this even distance between the shoulders and your ears. We're not going to lean over or scrunch that shoulder up. So think of length. Navel towards spine. And breathe. So you can lean into that right hand as much as you wish as you're gently easing that left hip down toward the earth. Next exhale, float that left arm down. Let's come up and over to the right again. Maybe you're coming further this time, maybe you're not, doesn't matter. You can always walk your left hand out a little bit more if you want. And breathe. Looking forward or up. Slide your shoulders away from your ears. The elbow can be bent. And release. Right hand comes down, left hand floats up. Just allow the stretch to happen. Make sure that your breath stays smooth and even. Go ahead and release. Bring your hands to your heart. Next, we're going to come into our seated robin's pose. Take a moment here, hands at your heart. Find your breath. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, both arms forward, and then inhale as you open your heart. Round your spine as you exhale. Separate your shoulder blades, arms extend in front of you. Inhale, hands to heart, shoulders stack over hips. And exhale, both arms forward. Inhale, open. Round your spine as you exhale. Inhale, hands to heart, shoulders stack over hips. And once more, exhale, forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, round in your spine. Inhale, hands to heart. And gently drop your arms to your sides and breathe. Now we'll come into a gentle seated twist. You want to keep your shoulders over your hips. Your legs can be extended, bent at the knees here with feet planted on the floor. I'm going to do it this way today. Sit bones down. You can take your left hand to your right knee. Right hand behind you, and then gently twist to the right. Slide your shoulders away from your ears as you twist, and press both sits bones evenly down to the earth. Just turn as far as you can comfortably, and allow your breath to flow. Gentle inhale through center, and then we'll do the same to the left. So right hand now comes to the left leg. So if your legs are extended, you'll be like this. If your legs are crossed, it's the same. Left hand comes behind you. Lengthen the spine. Deep inhale from here and exhale. Gently twist. Rooting down through your sits bones. You can turn your head as far as you wish. No stress or strain here. Just gently twisting your spine. Allow your breath to flow. Then we'll gently float back to center. Give your knees a great big hug. Tuck your chin, allow your forehead to drop toward your knees, and breathe. Gently lift your head, and we'll come into a gentle seated back bend. You can keep your feet on the floor if you want. Open your heart, and as you come to this back bend, feel your shoulder blades gently squeezing toward each other. So you're gently looking kind of at this diagonal up at the ceiling rather than looking straight up. We don't want to drop the head completely back. Feel that opening of the heart. And come back to a comfortable seated position. And breathe. Now today, we're not even going to come up to our feet. We're going to stay on the floor. So next, we're going to come into a table position. Feel free to have a blanket underneath your hands or underneath your elbows, underneath your knees if you want. You want to make sure you're comfortable, that your joints do not hurt when you come into this position. So your elbow crease is pointing toward the front of your mat. So if your elbows are down on the floor, you can feel how that is. Shoulders stack over elbows. If your arms are extended, your shoulders are over your elbows, over your wrists. Today I'm going to try it from this modified position so you can kind of feel what it's like. Knees are separated hip width, and my hips are right over my knees. We're going to come into a cat-cow pose. So from this neutral position here, take a deep inhale. And exhale, round your spine up as you tuck your chin and press your pelvic floor forward. Now let's just hold here for a moment. So what you want to feel are your shoulder blades separating, your pelvis pushing forward, and your navel reaching up toward your spine. Your chin is tucked in toward your chest. It may not be very easy to breathe here. Just see how it feels. Now we're going to float through center. Back to your neutral spine. Next is going to be the cow position. Deep inhale here. Now exhale, you're going to lift your tailbone. So just a gentle lift here, and I'm going to open my heart, and I'm going to look up. I'm not going to overstrain my neck. So I'm just gently looking up. What we want to feel is this curve of the lower back. And then these are your two positions. You can exhale and round, And inhale and lift. Just do these a few rounds. Bringing your spine through its complete range of motion, so allow your head to move. Let's take one more complete round. Just move at your own pace with your breath. And then I'll meet you back at table pose again. You can be in your modified position or arms extended. I'll extend mine now. We're going to come into our threading the needle pose for another twist today. Slide your shoulders away from your ears. Tuck your navel up toward your spine. Look at your right hand. Inhale, float that right arm up. Exhale, thread it under your left. Bring your right shoulder and your right ear as close to the floor as possible. Now, if your right ear doesn't touch, it's fine. If you even pile up a blanket, fold up a blanket so that your head can rest. We don't want any strain on the neck, so just let your head rest. If your head comes all the way to the floor, it's fine. Now, to get a nice safe twist, what I want you to feel next is that nice balance of weight over your knees. It's easy to shift your hips from one side to the other, but see if you can balance that out. You can lift your left hand if you want. You can bend your elbow. You can walk that hand forward. Just play with this pose a little bit. Feel that great stretch for your right shoulder, and a nice twist of your spine as you breathe. Now press yourself up. Since that was a twist, you want to take a couple cat-cow poses. You can take these at your own pace. See what works for you. Rounding and lifting the heart. Now we're going to come back to neutral, and we're going to twist the other way. So look at your left hand. Inhale as that left arm floats up. Exhale, thread it under your right. And again, it's fine if you have your head resting on a big pillow here. What we're trying to do is twist the spine and stretch the shoulder. So make sure that your neck and head are comfortable. Nice balance of weight over both of your knees. And then you can play with that right hand as much as you want. Find what works best for you. And allow your breath to flow. Now we're going to come up, so you can press yourself up. Another couple cat-cow poses. You can be in your modified position. Just allow your breath to flow. Next, we're going to stretch out the legs some. So a couple options here. Stay in this position and just stretch out one leg at a time. This works. Maybe you want to be up in your table pose and stretching out your legs. Or the other option, of course, is to come into your downward dog. So if that's what you're choosing, go ahead. What we want to feel is this great stretch for our legs. If you're in downward dog, remember we're not leaned forward like this. You're trying to get your ears between your biceps. Another option would be elbows on the floor into a dolphin pose. So any of these poses are fine here. What we're trying to work on now is stretching out the legs. So you can bend one knee at a time. Even with this, you can stretch and then switch. Okay, I think we're ready to rest. So go ahead and bring yourself down, and then we'll float back to a child's pose. Maybe your child's pose is here. That's fine. Allow your hips to come back as far as possible. Some people like to separate their knees, and you can try doing that if you want. Allow your heart to rest, allow your head to rest, and allow your breath to flow. In this position, you can really feel that deep belly breathing. Your belly expands as you inhale, and your navel reaches towards your spine as you exhale. Take one more complete round of breath from wherever you are right now. Slowly bring yourself up, move yourself around a little bit, see how you feel. Next, we're going to move into another twist. We're going to come into our crocodile mouth pose today. Great spinal twist, and you're going to be on your side. So I will invite you again, if you wish, to have a pillow or a blanket. I'll show you what it's like with a pillow. I'm going to put our blanket. I'm going to have this down here. So as I come to my side, what I want is my shoulder to be in line with my hip on the bottom side. So instead of this arm all the way out here, you're going to come up here. Actually, I'm going to be down here, shoulder stacked. But my shoulder, bottom shoulder is in line with my hip. Now I'm going to bend my knees. My knees are stacked and my ankles are stacked. Okay, so I have my right arm extended out on the floor in front of me, and this pillow here is just to rest my head. If you don't want a pillow, that's fine. You don't have to. I think on the other side, I'll do this without the pillow. So now my left hand's going to come on top. Take a moment here to find your breath. On your next inhale, lift that left hand. Now you're going to just drop it behind you, just as far as it can go naturally. You're not trying to push it down, just let it float. If this hurts, you're going to come back up and maybe just work it this way, just lifting and lowering with breath. This is a nice stretch for that shoulder. We're doing lots of shoulder work today. Lots of stretch for that shoulder. So this is fine. Maybe you can float that hand back. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. If you come down and you're feeling too much of a strain here, one thing you can do is bring that back hand a little closer to your mat. Now find a place where you can rest. If it's here, it's fine. If you're opened into that crocodile mouth, just allow your eyes to close and your breath to flow. Bring your awareness to your breath, and on your next inhale, you're going to lift that back arm, and exhale, close your crocodile mouth. Now you can tuck your hands under your head and just rest for a moment on your back. Now we're going to flip over to our back. I'm going to move my blanket, but you don't have to. Feet on the floor. I'm going to pick the feet up off the floor. Now I'm going to hold on right under my knees, but if you want to hold here under this tuck, that's fine. But to begin with, your tailbone is on the floor. So you're going to lengthen your spine. So tuck so you're looking toward your knees. You're going to pull your shoulders away from your ears. My elbows, instead of coming out here, are pointed down toward the ends of my mat. Find your breath. Take a deep inhale. Now exhale as you squeeze your thighs in toward your chest. Your tailbone is lifted. Now, on your next inhale, you're going to lift your head and shoulders, and then keep breathing. You're going to tuck your chin and bring your forehead toward your knees. Now here, the only part of your body that's on the floor is the middle of your back. My tailbone is lifted, my shoulders are lifted, my elbows are pointed towards my heels. My chin is tucked, and remember to breathe. Now on your next inhale, lower your shoulders and your head to the floor. Take your time, keep breathing. On your next exhale, go ahead and drop your feet to the floor. Now you're going to turn to your other side. I'm going to flip my body around. You don't have to flip your body around. It might just be easier for you to see what's happening here. So we're going to take that crocodile mouth to the other side. So on my side again, I'm going to try to line up my shoulder with my hips. My shoulders are going to be stacked. My hips are stacked, my knees are stacked, my ankles stacked. My left hand this time is out on the floor. This might be your right hand. Close your crocodile mouth with your top hand. Find your breath and inhale, lift. Now again, maybe you just want to do this. This is a nice movement of the spine, but you're working that shoulder. You're lifting and lowering that top hand. Now here, I'm going to tell you, if you're doing this one, it's probably is better if your head is lifted, if you have your head resting on something. But if you're going to open into this crocodile mouth, just open that back arm as much as you want. Now you'll notice here there is a shift of the knees. That's natural. My hips are going to shift a little bit. And I'm going to let that back shoulder, that top shoulder, come as close to the earth as possible. And breathe. Gently lift your back hand and close your crocodile mouth. And again, tuck your hands under your head and rest. We'll roll to the back, and we'll do those double wind relievers again. This time, instead of one slow round, we're going to do a couple quick rounds. So my feet are up off the floor, my tailbone is down. Bring your awareness to your breath. Deep inhale here. Exhale, squeeze your thighs in towards your chest. Deep inhale. Exhale, lift your head, tuck your chin. Now inhale, drop your shoulders in your head. Exhale, release tension off your knees. Inhale, squeeze your thighs in towards your chest, and exhale as you lift and tuck. Inhale, drop your shoulders in your head, and then exhale, bring your feet to the floor. And we're going to take a few moments just to rest in Shavasana. Extend your legs if you wish. You can have your head lifted. You can have it on a pillow or a blanket if you want. Extend your legs if you want. Extend your arms if you wish. Perhaps you wish to keep your knees bent. Allow your eyes to close. And gently peel your tongue from the roof of your mouth if it's there. And feel your breath flow. Perhaps you wish to take the tip of your tongue and rest it just behind your upper teeth on the roof of your mouth. And breathe. Gently allowing the weight of your body to fall down into your mat, down into the earth. Allow the earth to support the weight of your body. And breathe. Bring your awareness to your breath, feeling the gentle rise and fall of your abdomen as you breathe. If you wish, take a moment here. Take your left hand to rest right over your heart, and take your right hand to rest right on top of your navel. Breathe. Now wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Give yourself a stretch or a hug if you wish. And And please take a moment here, if you wish, to thank yourself for the time that you've given yourself today. And allow your eyes to stay closed as you gently, slowly roll to one side. And allow yourself to rest on your side with your breath. And slowly come to a comfortable seated position as you're ready. Take your time, there's no need to hurry. Sit on a blanket or pillow if you wish. You can even be leaning on something if you wish. Gentle tuck of the chin. Feel your heart open and feel the crown of your head lifting toward the sky. And let's close today with one Om. We'll begin with a cleansing breath, a complete inhale, complete exhale. Deep inhale. Allow your hands to come to your heart if you wish. Allow your eyes to open if you wish. And on the count of 3, we'll say namaste to one another. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your time today. I hope to see you here again soon. Thanks.